There's a new update to Helldivers 2! So basically what we've got is the new Warbond and stuff for the incoming Warbond. But as you can see right off the bat, there's a new biome. And this looks much more pleasant. This is what I'm talking about when I'm thinking of fighting aliens on an alien world. I want it to look like I'm still on Earth. Anyways, here's the read through of the patches. Patch highlights: 2 new biomes, 1 new enemy variant, major exosuit rebalance, enemy rebalances, sidearm and stratagem rebalances, several known issues resolved. Resolved known issues: Defend City events appear Super Earth controlled again. Destroying the airbase control tower with a portable hell bomb no longer blocks objective progression. Enthusiastic mirth emote has now been fixed. Laughter is once again permitted on the battlefield. Flash mobs are no longer able to clip through various objects when charging. Yay! We have restocked the fireworks for the celebration when players have completed the tutorial. Good job, you have earned them. Gunships and shriekers are now spawning during operations with the appropriate effect present. The double-edged sickle no longer emits a high-pitched drone when firing. Players will no longer be redirected into the Python Commandos Warbond instead of the Redacted Regiment and vice versa when selecting acquisitions in the ship management menu. Sparks and bug spawn or smoke now have higher material resolution. Balancing. Exosuits rebalance. We agree with the community that the exosuits can take too little damage and break too easily, especially against the automaton faction. Therefore, we have made a bigger balance pass to increase its durability. Increased main health from 850 to 1600. The exosuit will only die if the main health pool is deleted. Before it could die if specific health zones were depleted, like the legs. Increased vulnerability to acid attacks by 50%. Fix some parts of the cockpit health zones that are not blocked by the ragdoll actor. Now the cockpit zones will be damaged in the right way. Increased exosuit arms health from 350 to 600. Exosuit arms now have 50% explosion resistance, just like the main body. Remove constitution and bleed out on the exosuit arms. Exosuits no longer lose all mobility when legs are broken. Can now be staggered, have stagger strength 45, stagger does not affect ability to shoot. Removed most health zones that do not affect the main health and are merely visual effects. The reason is to improve performance, for example, tow cables and similar items that cannot be damaged or destroyed anymore. Enemy damage against vehicles. We think automatons and illuminates do damage reasonably well against the vehicles, especially now with the changes to the exosuits. The Terminates, however, have fallen behind a bit in their ability to deal damage with vehicles, so we have made some buffs to their damage against durable targets. Gas effects. Now it also slows enemies with 25% when they are confused by the gas. The slow, of course, also affects you. Larger enemies like the Bile Titan and Factory Strider that do not become confused also are therefore not slowed. Sidearms weapons. CQC 30 Stun Baton. Decreased stamina cost from 5% to 3%. Increased damage from 75 to 120. Increased durable damage from 38 to 60. CQC 19 Stun Lance. Decreased stamina cost from 5% to 3%. CQC 2 Saber. Decreased stamina cost from 5% to 3%. CQC 5 Combat Hatchet. Decreased stamina cost from 5% to 4%. CQC 73 Entrenchment Tool. Decreased stamina cost from 5% to 3%. Stratagems. CQC 9 Defoliation Tool. Increase the move damage hitbox to make it easier to hit the enemy. Longer window for when damage hitbox is active. Armor penetration increases twice as fast. Move slow when it does damage to an enemy. Decreased stamina cost from 10% to 5%. CQC 1 True Flag. Decreased stamina cost from 5% to 3%. SH-20 Ballistic Shield Backpack. Increased health from 600 to 1000. FAF-14 Spear. Increased amount of missiles in backpack from 3 to 4. A-Flam-40 Flame Sentry. Increased range from 20 meters to 34 meters. Increased damage by 50%. Increased how fast it panics enemies. A-Laz-98 Laser Sentry. Increased heat capacity from 200 to 250. TX-41 Sterilizer. Updated gas spray VFX. The gas lingers for longer and has longer range. Enemies. Terminates. Bile Titan. Spear explosions are smaller to match the visuals better. Decrease explosion inner radius to 2.5. Decrease explosion inner radius from 2.5 to 1. Decrease explosion outer radius from 3.5 to 2.2. Hive Guard. Increased armor on head and front legs to medium to heavy, 3 to 4. Decreased armor from body and claws from light to unarmored, 2 to 1. Decreased health on body from 500 to 375. Bile Spewers. Increased durable damage on melee attack. Stalkers and Prowlers. Increased durable damage. Shriekers. Increased durable damage. Scavengers. Increased durable damage. Hunters. Increased durable damage. All warrior variants. Increased durable damage. Charger. Slight increase in durable damage of its melee and charge attack. Hive Lord. Increased durable damage of many of its physical attacks. Dragon Roach, increased durable damage on its flame attack. Impaler, increased stagger force needed from 45 to 50. Slight increase in durable damage on its melee attack. Automatons, Raiders, increased durable damage on the melee attack. Small arms fire from Raiders, turrets, Devastators, slight increase to durable damage. Berserkers, increased durable damage. Devastators, increased durable damage on melee attack. Heavy Devastators, shield is destructive and dropped when destroyed. Armor heavy, 4. Health 800, durable 0.7. Rocket Devastator, decreased stagger strength on rocket's projectile from 50 to 35. Hulk, increased durable damage on flamer attack. War Strider, leg hip joints decreased armor from heavy to medium, 4 to 3. All tanks main body bottom part, increased health on main health pool from 3000 to 4000. Increased health on back fence from 750 to 1500. Increased armor on back fence from medium to heavy, 3 to 4. Remove tracks damage zone when zone is dead. Removed damage cap to carry through from tracks to main health, so if you overkill it, more damage goes to main health. Reduce durable resistance on tracks 1.0 to 0.8. Reduce overlap damage zones when it's driving to match visuals better and to do less damage. Shredder tank turret. Reduce turn speed. Barrager tank turret. Increase health on weak spot on front and back from 750 to 1500. Illuminates. Flesh mobs. Increase durable damage. Tesla Tower. Lower destruction strike needed to destroy it from 30 to 20. Added health function with 200 health and armor 2. Fixes. Crash fixes. Fixed a rare AI crash. Fixed a crash which could occur when using underbarrel firing modes. Fixed a rare crash that was happening whilst fighting enemies predominantly against the Illuminates. Weapons and stratagem fixes. Added missing haptics feedback when firing from automaton machine gun emplacement. Thief Artillery will no longer let you insert a shell and then immediately remove it, thus soft locking the gun. Destroying an airbase control tower with a portable hell bomb in a multiplayer session no longer blocks objective from progression. Enemies. Flesh mobs now can deal damage to vehicles. Destroying a terminated egg while standing against it can no longer send the Helldiver flying. Shooting marks on the exomech will now appear on the correct part that was being shot at. Fixed a bug where certain enemy kills will not count towards order progression. Factory Striders will no longer count as fabricators in the Destroy Automaton Fabricators mission. Stratagem Hellpods can no longer land on the air control tower during the Evacuate Priority Citizens mission. Miscellaneous fixes. Fixed a bug where the Helldiver could get soft-locked in the loadout menu if they had less than 4 total stratagems where 1 or more was temporarily disabled. Fixed squares sometimes appearing in the minimap if terrain quality was set to low. Extraction Shuttle now flies straight upon when exiting from cities. Fix an instance where the Helldiver head twitched when leaving the Hellpod. Fire should now more consistently scorch the terrain under it. Note this has no changes to gameplay. Fix several floating items on a magma planet. Fixed a gap in the terrain in the tutorial area. Optimized performance of strafing run particles from DSS Eaglestorm and air support stratagems. A message will be displayed in the stratagem HUD when the stratagems fail to be called in. Tutorial. Flag celebration now has been fixed with proper fireworks timing and lighting. Players can no longer fall through the ship roof and illuminate invasion mission. Fixed a bug where the Helldiver's head twitched in the end screen before and after using victory poses. Tremor ambient sound now fades out properly. The bearer of head title has been thoroughly investigated, and since no signs of alleged dissident connections could be discovered, the title has been reintroduced. Helldivers who have unlocked this title through the Dust Devil's Warbond should now find it among other titles in the customization menu. Fix an issue where the player could interact with the Hive Core Drill terminal from behind. Enemy visibility and hearing should now be affected more by different weathers. This means enemies generally have a harder time spotting and hearing Helldivers in more intense weather scenarios. Bonus note, we have now also introduced validation checks on launch to help address potential issues caused by out-of-date drivers. So that is a lot that they have fixed. So clearly Arrowhead has been working on quite a bit and trying to balance out the new patches that they've done to the exosuits. And we'll see how they go. And I'm actually going to try them out a little bit now, as you see in the B-roll footage of what I'm testing and what the different changes are. And yeah, this is a massive patch read. I didn't read the start of it because I kind of wanted to skip over it because this is a lot of stuff that they've fixed and changed and adjusted and added. So I like to see the games become a bit more weaker, and that, as PeelToStat said, Helldivers are now starting to get a little smidge of an upper hand above everything else, but I hope this comes to actually be more developed and that these changes will be a bit more consistent, balancing enemies a little bit, making them slightly easier, realizing that, maybe the Shredder tank turret shouldn't whip around at the speed of light and we should make it instead go at the speed of sound. A bit more fairer to the player, because I, on more than one occasion, have been caught in a corner with a shredded tank turret and unable to do anything because it can just match my speed consistently and I can't outrun it or outdive it or outdodge it or outwarp it no matter what I do. But yeah, this is a lot of bug changes and a lot of fixes, so feel free to comment down below what you guys think of this update, if there's too much, if the game's too easy now, or if Arrowhead is just covering their ass with stuff that they're doing. I'm excited for the new biomes and to see how the exosuits are rebalanced in gameplay, because reading all this data, that's cool, but until you experience in the game in a situation, then you're not really going to be able to experience the changes and get what they've changed actually. So I'm excited to see how all of this plays out and how all of these updates go and what people are going to hate and love about it. So I hope that people like the enemy rebalances and the exosuit changes, because I like that the exosuits now have more accurate health depletion, and the exosuits are now stronger, and the exosuits are just basically all around better. They've got stronger main body health, they've got more resistance to attacks, the suit arms have almost double the health, and it's got a stagger effect now, but that doesn't affect shooting. That's fantastic, because if it affected shooting, everyone would be crying out and screaming at Arrowhead to get rid of the staggering, stopping the shooting, because what are you supposed to do when you stagger? Just stay in there? Yeah, as I've said 3 times now, I'm really excited to witness these changes in-game and experience them. So thank you all very much for watching. Again, leave a comment down below of what you think of these, and I'll see you all